Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya. So, someone actually requested me to talk about the Tirtha yatras and their treatment in our Sanatana Dharma. There is a sloka which keeps the Tirtha Yatra at the bottommost of the spiritual practices, which says Uttama Tattva Chintacha. So, the best is about thinking about the Tattvam. Tattvam is the highest reality. Madhyamam Mantra Chintana. So, the middle is thinking about the mantras. Mantra sadhana, mantra chinta. Athama tantra chintacha. The bottom or the lower than mantra chintana also is the tantra chintana. So how to do the puja, what to do, where to put what, is it on the right side, left side, all multiple such tantra chintana, how the tantras are being to be performed. Tirtha Bhrantyam Adhamadhamam. So much below than that is going around the Tirthas. So when such a thing is generally said, it ranks the Tirtha Yatra, thereby the Tirtha Yatra is ranking as the lower than the lowest of spiritual practices. But that doesn't mean that people don't need to go to Tirtha Yatras. Sri Ramachandra Murthy has been taken on a Tirtha Yatra by none other than sage Vishwamitra. So as they go in Ramayanam, Balakanda, we can see various narratives that Vishwamitra Maharshi keeps telling about the importance of each tirtha or each river, the water source or the kshetra they pass through, and Rama will be doing the respective vidhis, what is to be performed there as directed by the Guru. And again, if we look at Mahabharata, in the Vanaparva, Narada Maharshi comes to Dharmaraja, and Dharmaraja asks about these tirthas. The tirthas, again, the same question once has been asked by Bhishma to Pulastya Prajapati. So Pulastya Prajapati said, he mentions, starting with Pushkara Kshetram in the Bharata Desha, about 350 different kshetras have been described. So each kshetra has revealed, or it has the power of a divine connection of one particular form of the divinity, one particular aspect, one or many different aspects of the divinity, along with bringing it to an individual consciousness. That is the tapasakti of a rishi. A sage, a maharshi, performs a great penance and brings these two Shaktis together. The divinity, which is beyond the scope of five senses and the mind, but there is a tapasakti of a rishi, which can connect a seeking individual to that Shakti, which is deposited or which is revealed, which is available in that given kshetra. Kshetra means a place. A place, there can be nothing at that place. Okay, there is no visible sign of something, or there can be a yantra. Later sages like Sankaracharya would have gone there. He put a Sri Chakra there to make it more prominent, more concentrated, and more regulated delivery of that, safe delivery of that energy to those seekers. Or there are streams are water resources, the Tirthas. So Kshetras and Tirthas both are formed by the same method of bringing a divine energy together with a Maharshi's Tapasekti, combining them or sandwiching them in such a fashion that a seeker who approaches these Tirthas will be able to fairly easily connect with that and gain that experience. So basically, once it is like a SIM card, once we put the SIM card, make it receive the signal, whatever is the messages you will be able to receive. So the receiving instrument, like a mobile phone, need to be aligned with a SIM card, and the divine signals can be received and understood by this individual instrument. So how do you take up a Tirtha Yatra? So which Tirtha Yatra to be taken? It always need to be one need to approach a guru or somebody who is well versed with the kshetras and tirthas and their respective powers. It is not that every signal transmitting station will work with every SIM card. It won't work like that. So basically, the tirthas and kshetras have their own agama, or their own method of following and respecting them. So general rules are that people should approach them with pure mind, not with any specific desire or any specific fulfillment, seeking a fulfillment or desire seeking. That also will work as a anushangika prayojana. So what happens is, any spiritual practice, when it is done in a nishkama, nishkama means not with a desire. There are certain things in the worldly existence, they get aligned, they get corrected for a seeker. But that is not the primary thing of any Tirtha Yatra. So I have gone to such and such place, my disease has been cured. Yes, disease curing is a secondary prayojana, secondary result of going somewhere or whatever it is. So the primary result always of the Tirtha Yatra is this, establishing this connection. So purity of mind, right knowledge, with the right knowledge of the kshetra, because each kshetra has different things to be performed. But in general, one should perform actions of yajna, dana, tapas. Yajna, dana, tapokarma, pavanani, manisha. So all these actually sacrificial rites. So basically giving away, giving something to that local place, and working towards the removal of the runas of Pitru Devatas, Rishis and Devatas. So our existence, an individual's existence on this earth, is limited by 5 different runas. 5 different runa is the debts, basically. We have to pay back those debts. So these Tirtha Yatras are the best places to get the best results for the Runa Vimochana. So basically there are 2 things which have to happen to reach the highest state of the spirituality. First thing is known as Runa Vimochana. So all the debts need to be paid back. Second thing is called Vasana Kshayam. Means the inherent attachments to all these actions, very strong attachment to performing actions, getting the results is there. Those are known as vasanas. So Runa Vimochana is like a passport. Vasana Kshayam is like a visa to finally reach the transcendental state of realization. So without that, so I have sat in a whatever meditation and I got realization, it will never happen like that. So if at all somebody says it will happen like that, it is their method, which is not related to the method which I have studied all along in different tantras, mantra, yantras, etc. So Tirtha Yatra is an important part of the spiritual practice. So, and it one need to take a knowledgeable person along, or go along with a knowledgeable person through these Tirtha Yatras, and spend sufficient amount of time on each one of these different aspects. It need not be going and doing in one, there may be a Swayambhu Linga, there may be a Shakti Pitha, there may be a whatever, something which is prominent there. Because of the Kshetra's power, that place is established there by the followers, later followers, or it would have come up on its own, and later followers have developed that Kshetra in a way. But it is not definitely making long corridors and bringing hundreds and thousands of people there. That is not the Tirtha Yatra. Tirtha Yatra is performed by those deserving seekers upon the instruction of those qualified gurus for the purpose of higher mental purification and connection with the divinity, which is being daily, regular upasana is being done by the seeker. A seeker may be primarily doing one deity's upasana. There are kshetras related to that deity, or there are kshetras related to Guru, there are kshetras related to Vishnu, Shiva, or Shiva and Vishnu together, Devi and Shiva together, Vishnu and Devi together. So various are exclusively Lakshmi, or exclusively all the three mothers, or Divine Mother beyond all these names and forms. Like that, there are for each one of the method of worship, there are specific methods to be followed. But in general, it need to be used for the Runa Vimochanam and Vasanakshayam, higher Chitta Suddhi, thereby attaining that connection or that Siddhi in this Tantra, whatever is somebody is following. So that is the essence of the Tirtha Yatras. As per the either Devi Bhagavatam, Bharatam, Ramayanam, these are the three key scriptures one can study. There are specific chapters which mentions the essential nature of these Tirtha Yatras, how need to be performed, etc., etc. By the God's grace, my Guru has also instructed what Tirthas I should approach and in what way. So I have been going through that, and I can attest that yes, Tirtha Yatra has its own potency in the progress of spiritual progress of an individual. With that, I take a leave, again remembering the Guru. Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya. Swasti.